Today, another tutorial. Big shoutout to Daniel Peter Media for this awesome effect. And I really had a guess how to recreate this effect, and today I will show you how you can achieve this awesome warp background scan effect. It's pretty easy. We can even achieve it in Premiere Pro. The same goes to After Effects. I mainly use After Effects for this effect because, well, it's easier to rotoscope the subject that you don't want to scan as well. So we have to do a little bit of masking and all that kind of stuff. I will skip this in this tutorial for the sake of the time. I hopefully have a quick tutorial today. All right, first of all, we want to duplicate this clip by pressing Alt on your keyboard, dragging up the clip. Then the effects you want to look for are extract, find edges, tint, turbulent displacement, and the last one will be VR glow. All right, this looks kind of strange right now. We want to make this to blend mode screen, and now we want to click on find edges, invert. Now we are getting there. All right, so the first thing we want to do is make a mask around our subject that we don't want the warp scan to effect to be on. So I just do it really rough for this tutorial. We're done now. After we have masked out everything, we will press invert mask, so we only have the background and the main part stays how it was in the beginning at all. So what we want to do is now we want to duplicate this as well, and now we want to press invert again, and here you want to delete all of those effects because this will be our layer which will be not touched by the effect. All right, so after we have masked out our car, what we actually want to do is we want to play around. So first of all, we want to change the color to a nice blue color. Press on there, this little thing will pop up, and we will just take something out in color you like. Copy this code on the bottom and throw it in here. All right, so the color stays the same. And as you can see, we have this nice blue. Yeah, already scan starting in the background. So to make it a bit more obvious, we can take this a little bit down, turn up the brightness a bit more, and there you go. All right, so what we want to do next is I just feather out the mask a bit because it just doesn't look good. Now what we want to do is we want to play around with the black input level and the white input level on the extract. So this is like what we want to have in the beginning. We go to the front a bit, you just play around with your whites and with your blacks. And as you can see, it already starts to change. Time for a little playback, and as you can see, you already have this super awesome strong effect. All right, so what we want to do now is we will just nest all those sequences we have here nested, and now what we want to do is we want to look for the lens distortion. This is something that we will be playing around with right now. So we have this pretty awesome looking thing, and we want it to stop when the effect stops, or quickly before that. And now we have this awesome warp scanning background effect. If you want the effect to be a bit different, what we will be doing is we will copy this where we only have the car. You just have to play around with the settings a bit until you get the look that you want to have. So this is just a quick rough tutorial on how you can do it in Premiere Pro, and boom, there you go. This is the effect that we were looking for, and I think this is pretty awesome that you can make those effects in Premiere Pro. All right, to give it a bit more style like Daniel did or I did in this little reel, it's pretty easy. You just have to animate here the thing and just make it come out, pop in, and just spread some electricity. The same effects that we used to make this warp background, this sweeping scan effect, is something that we can put to the rim as well. which is pretty easy. So we will just quickly do it. We will just copy and paste all settings, and once again duplicate this by pressing Alt and just dragging it up. We have this effect here as well right now, and we only want to reverse this effect, so we will have to go to our extract. They want to reverse them as soon as the cap thing hits the rim. We want the effect to start off. And if you only want the rim to be touched, it's pretty easy. You just draw a mask and animate that mask a bit so it stretches out and you get a similar look like I did. Alright folks, that's it. That was a pretty rough short tutorial on how you can achieve this awesome looking background warp scanning thing effect stuff, you know. And I think it's a pretty awesome effect combined with other effects. Yeah, the reason why this effect should start at all, like Daniel did or I did in the Apollo reel, with the thing coming out and hitting the rim and the scanning starts off. So have fun using this effect, have fun leveling up your car edits. Hopefully I will see you soon on my channel, and I would really appreciate if you guys would leave a subscription, leave a like, leave a comment down below what we should talk about next and how you think this effect hits different. Or let me just know down in the comments if you're thinking this is an effect that you will use in the future, or if this effect is something that you won't use. I know it's a combination of the well-known sweeping glow effect. This is something that you should always keep in mind, that all these effects can make a very big impact if you're combining them. So I will see you next week in the next video. Hopefully you will have a nice weekend, and peace out.